A lot of these men don't have anything to offer but hard dick and hard times. They're not even likable. There's nothing to like about them.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new, of course, hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. I just did a little bit of research on the Vogue article that was created by a British black woman by the name of, I think her name is Shantae Johnson, in regards to is having a boyfriend embarrassing. That is the topic, that is the name of the article. And I did go through and read a little bit of it. I'm so exhausted with these conversations, y'all.
So many people have messaged me to be like, my boyfriend is so special and unique and he's so not like other boyfriends and I'm not embarrassed and I love my boyfriend, I love my man. Like, it's only embarrassing when, you know, he doesn't buy you flowers every day. I'm telling you, and I am telling you, it's embarrassing, period.
My husband had texted me this morning actually about it. My algorithm on TikTok is not full of mess. Honestly, I watch cows and dogs. So a lot of stuff that I'm seeing, people share it with me. So I appreciate people who share videos with me because I don't see a lot of stuff. So I didn't see any of this commotion going on. But as soon as I as soon as I searched in the TikTok search bar, all of the videos came up. All of them. And one thing that bothers me is black women don't need anything else to feed our delusions when it comes to dealing with men. Like the complex that black women already have about how much men ain't this, men ain't that, men ain't, like we don't need anything else to steer us further away from being partners.
And you just thought to yourself, why am I giving myself to that? Because men are gross. They're gross. They're disgusting. They do weird shit. They embarrass you.
And that's what I hate about these conversations is you got a black woman who's not American, but still a black woman. So for them, it's like, well, black woman said it, so it has to be true, right? Like, yes, it's embarrassing having a boyfriend. Right? Yes, we know that the end goal is to have a husband, to have a wife. We know that. We know that the term is something that is, it's just the thing. Like you have your little boyfriend, then he becomes your fiance, then he becomes your husband. That is the ultimate goal, right? Depending upon how you might date in religion, we know that, you know, most religions do not honor a boyfriend. So we know that this is our free will as people to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. The goal is from God, the intention is to just be intentional and court and then be married. You know, so we are not necessarily supposed to be out here having boyfriends. The goal is to have a husband or a wife. But we know we have free will to do as we please. And majority of the people in the world have a boyfriend or a girlfriend before they enter into the covenant of marriage. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to, the basis of the conversation, and I'm going to just share the clips of these women. Again, it's just feeding their hatred and their, just to keep black women single. Like, and it's not just black women who are speaking out about this, so don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying that we already have the lowest numbers. So of course a black woman will make an article like this. Of course. Why wouldn't she? Why wouldn't that be us? Although she's not an American woman, why would it not be us making an article that's going to attract women who look like that? And this was going to feed their delusion. So in so many words, it basically says that, like, you know, women are, you know, don't need to be tied to a man, not having your identity attached to a man. Women can be free to do as they please and, you know, not having to basically be a pick-me. They're tied, you know, women don't have to be attached to men in that way. She also talked about how female big creators that women do love and they follow, they lose followers from having a boyfriend or making their boyfriend a part of their content. That just shows women are haters. You don't like her content anymore because she has a boyfriend that she's showing on her platform. So that makes you not want to follow her. That shows how much of a hater you are. Okay. This idea that it's embarrassing now to have a boyfriend quote unquote, right, whatever word you want to use. What's embarrassing is the men that you choose to be with. That's what you should be embarrassed about. It ain't about just having a man. It's about, you should be embarrassed about the men that you keep laying down with, keep having kids with. But I'm not going to ramble on too much, y'all, because again, I am like so over these conversations that are continue to attack and hit the Black community. And continue to create baby mamas over wives. Like y'all not even girlfriends. They're just becoming a baby mama. But let me share a few of these videos from women talking about how they feel about it being embarrassing to have a boyfriend.
By now, you've probably seen or heard about this viral British Vogue article called "Is Having a Boyfriend Embarrassing Now?" by Shantae Joseph, and I'm going to tell you why some women believe that it is. I think the more some women reveal via social media what their life is actually like behind closed doors with some of these men, it is revealed that a lot of them are living in a humiliation ritual. Like the video that went viral not that long ago about the woman who was like, I'm going to see how many seconds it takes for my husband to come in when he hears the shower turn on for him to want to join me. And this man emerges like a warden in a prison, looking at her like, how dare you think you're about to shower without me? And women are like, why would I put up with that for the sake of having a man? Or the men that will ask women questions like, if it's 2:00 in the morning and I ask for a sandwich, are you going to get up and make it? And you have all these women saying, yes, I would. These women don't understand. This is how you get and keep a man. And women are saying, why are y'all jumping through these hoops in order to be in partnership? You have these men who swear they're father of the year, but they know nothing about their own children. Hair color, eye color, birthday. They don't know about the child's peanut allergy. The reason why they think that they're doing so well is because she's always signing his name on the card, literally and figuratively. You have these women giving up their dreams of being a doctor, a lawyer, a ballerina, whatever it is, just so this man can live his dream. These women cook, clean, do all the sacrificing, are an acrobat in the bedroom just to still get a hey girly text from some other woman because that man is cheating. Women are constantly humiliating themselves publicly for these men, and women are like, what are y'all doing all this for? Is the juice even worth the squeeze? It's obvious that women make men's life better, but it's becoming harder to see how men make women's life better.
British Vogue said that having a boyfriend is embarrassing because it is embarrassing. My husband regularly says that he does not understand why women are even attracted to men. He doesn't get like why women are just not with women, because everything about a woman is desirable. What's desirable about a man? And I mean, every woman at some point, and I don't care how great the man is and these qualities, and he's a golden retriever boyfriend. Golden retrievers are dogs. Every woman has had the moment where they looked over at that boyfriend, that husband, that man, that situationship, and you just thought to yourself, why? Why am I giving myself to that? Because men are gross. They're gross. They're disgusting. They do weird shit. They embarrass you. Women are on here constantly every day saying the most horrific stories that I've ever heard of. If I was not, I've been in a relationship for 10 years now. If I was not in a relationship, I am terrified of all the things that y'all have said about men and boyfriends and husbands and all this other stuff. I'd just be a nun. No. I'd be a nun, or I'd be a full-blown lesbian. Point blank period.
I think a lot of these men today is like being overly qualified for a low paying position and still applying for that position, hoping that it's going to give you a luxury lifestyle, but knowing that you're going to struggle and suffer. The Vogue article, "Is having a boyfriend embarrassing?" is like taking over social media, because it absolutely is embarrassing to have a boyfriend. I used to laugh when my grandma used to say your little friend, like this my friend. And now we know why they used to say that, because what the fuck is a boyfriend? Like, what does that yield? What do you get out of that? It means absolutely nothing. It's a waste of time. A lot of these men don't have anything to offer but hard times. They're not even likable. There's nothing to like about them. They can't come up and meet you where you are financially, socially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. They just think because they're male, they have access to women. So it absolutely is embarrassing to be running around here saying that. It's a humiliation ritual at this point, because what are we even talking about?
Again, very typical. Anyway, that these men ain't worth it. These men are like, it's like going for a job interview. You're overly qualified and all of the things. We got to stop. Like, we don't, this again removes accountability. That's what it does. It removes accountability from you being able to look at the men that you've chosen, right? You chose that man who wasn't qualified. That's who you chose. Or the question is, why do you keep attracting men who are not qualified, who are beneath you, quote unquote? I just find it so unfortunate, like I said, that women have, it's now, like I said, it's embarrassing today, but a year ago it was my man, my man, my man. When Lalo came out with that, like, it's just, then Megan Thee Stallion song just came out. She's talking about her man, like the love, like, it's just like, what do y'all want? It's cool when they want it to be cool. They'll highlight and they'll celebrate these celebrities having their boyfriends or their relationships. I don't like this commentary, because again, all it does is take us away from trying to be families and create healthy families and bridge the gap and the financial gaps and just all of these things. Like I said, it's the embarrassing piece is who you are choosing. The embarrassing piece is who you decide to navigate with. But somehow it's just these men are just so embarrassing. You cannot try to, I don't know, y'all. I'm just like, I don't understand how we are here. What it boils down to, y'all, they just want to be lesbians. They just want to be together. Like that, at this point, they just need to be together. Okay? Because if these men ain't got nothing for you, be with the women. Like, let the women who want to deal with men and want to have those options, leave them alone. Because it gets to a point where this is all it boils down to. Like, they just want to, they're just lesbians. Be all together, do what y'all do, because there's no way they're going to be accountable. They're going to find, again, every way that there's something else that feeds their delusion. Like, yes, we finally don't need a man. We finally don't need no boyfriend. What is even a boyfriend? Blah, 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 blah. And these would be women who've had multiple boyfriends, had multiple babies, but now a boyfriend is so embarrassing. You got 5 kids by 5 different men, and now a boyfriend is embarrassing? Come on. Like, this is how crazy we sound. Crazy. And again, how do we ever grow and maneuver and elevate if we find ways to always try to put it on the man versus us as women and who we choose to lay down with, who we choose to be with, who we choose to allow to be our boyfriend? But again, whoever says it for them, whoever is, they don't have a brain of their own. Like, none at all. And I'm going to share this clip of this woman talking about that.
A boyfriend is not embarrassing. Being in a relationship is not embarrassing. You guys are so... I swear, sometimes going on the internet is like going onto a space where everyone shares one collective brain cell, and unless one person says it's okay to hop, nobody is ready to hop. Our generation is so afraid of looking like a fool that you literally don't allow yourself to live. Life is meant to be experienced, and I get it. I'm the type of person who wants to make sure that everything turns out perfectly, and, unless it is guaranteed to be a beautiful thing and be perfect, I become apprehensive about starting something. But to live your life only wanting to do something, or only wanting to get into a relationship, or only wanting to be loved unless it's 100% absolutely perfect, is so stupid, and it's setting yourself up for failure that's undeniable. Especially if you are Black and you are a Black woman. You need to date and have fun, and not everything has to be so serious, and not everything has to last forever, and not everything has to be this deep thing that you ponder over before you allow yourself to enjoy it and get into it. Calm down, guys. And again, I used to be like this. I have not had a boyfriend because I'm like, I don't find anyone interesting yet, and I need it to be this and this and this and this before I can feel like, okay, I want one. I'm not saying get into a relationship with just anyone, or get into or like give your heart to just anyone. That's not the point. The point is, our generation, and you guys are so black and white. And again, I am literally like this, and I used to be like this a lot more, but you're so black and white that you don't allow any room for context and nuance. And I hate that fucking word because it's been beaten to death on social media, but it's literally what it is.
Bird brains. Like it's so draining and it's so frustrating because, like I said, anything to make you feel like, yeah, I'm single by choice. Yeah, I must be single for the rest of my life because these men are so embarrassing. That's not the answer, sister girl. It's not. You got to look within. But again, monkey see, monkey do. Follow the leader. And as of now, this is where we are. And it's draining and it's sad. It very much is sad because we're going to keep having babies. That's for sure. These men these men, boyfriends are going to continue to be so embarrassing, but we're going to still have a baby. It's going to still be plenty of kids being born every single day. Every single day. So for me, it's like, okay, let's stop the act, please. But let me know your thoughts on this topic in the comments. I literally was like looking it up. I said, let me just share this content today for you guys because I was reading it and I'm just like, and watching the videos. I'm just like, this is so annoying. I gotta get this out. Okay. So let me know your thoughts on this topic. If you enjoyed the conversation, of course, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.